Good morning. Welcome to the video. Today is Thursday. It's 5:30 in the morning and we have 30 minutes of fasted cardio on the Stairmaster. Got my laptop in my backpack and we are about to just kind of crush this session. I've been feeling really good in the mornings, and so it's been very easy for me to get into the office at a reasonable time, say like by 8 o'clock. Just doing the cardio in the morning and not training in the morning, and then saving my actual training for nighttime so that I can take my time, get myself nice and warm. If I need to do a little extra rehab or prehab work, I can get that done at night without sacrificing my time into the office. So this has been the rhythm for right now. And also, it's not too bad seeing a sunrise as soon as I get on the Stairmaster, see the light coming over the city. Motivating for the day. I love it. But I'm gonna run you guys through my basically full day. Take you guys to the city, take you back, take you to the gym, and we're just gonna talk about all the things that is going on in my life, all the things that are important to me at the moment, all the things I'm trying to do in business and success that I'm trying to achieve, and talk to you guys about how all of those things are powered, how we can continue to optimize our body, optimize our brain, optimize our life and the way that we feel so that we can achieve all of the things that we want. And in the meantime, we're gonna crush my legs on the Stairmaster and get myself nice and shredded because we are just about 13 weeks out. Let's go, baby. Alright guys, head to work and listening to the news. A lot of things going on right now in the world, obviously tariffs, yada yada. A few things that are a bit interesting based off of the tariff concerns and everything that's going on, right? So we have a lot of price targets on the S&P 500, over 6,700 for the end of the year, right? So a lot of people, economists, market analysts, feel the market could end up being super positive. But then there's a lot of people who are saying this might be a weird year where we actually have like a ±3 type of performance here. And typically you see larger market swings, right? Up 20, down 10, that's typically the rhythm on a 4-year cycle, right? And at the same time, we have gold over 3,000 and we have copper being a real focus for the US in terms of production. And so when you link all these commodities that are typically used as hedges, but you have some economists that are talking about a 6,700 S&P 500 year and new highs, but all of these commodities are used as hedges, there's a lot going on. So what we're looking at right now in the fixed income market is seeing how the 10-year trades and understanding how that's connected to the equity markets and investor sentiment. So there's a lot of things going on. Also, consumer confidence at a 12-year low spells out consumers not wanting to spend money, so understanding where to be exposed. However, all of this to say, most market years are going to be large fluctuations, right? They're typically not that ±3 projection that I talked about, and that some analysts are calling for. So it further explains that you need to have broad market exposure and be invested for the long haul if you are investing in the stock market. It's not financial advice. This is me telling you not to be stupid. However, just talking about some of the things we're talking about. Right now, I am prepping for a bodybuilding show. I am currently just under 13 weeks out, or just over 13 weeks out. And one thing that everybody knows me to be is a caffeine addict, somebody who drinks Celsius and coffee and White Monster, a guy who generally is pretty amped up. But right now, I've really toned down my caffeine intake, which has been great because what I was starting to think about more frequently is as you decrease calories and you increase output, adrenal fatigue starts to become a real factor. And the last thing I want is adrenal exhaustion while I am in a push phase, right? Where I'm really trying to dig deep, get the most out of my body, and prevent the most amount of muscle loss while also doing high amounts of cardio and trying to get in the best shape as possible, right? Trying to prime the body for fat loss. And having adrenal fatigue because your caffeine intake is way too high is not going to be advantageous. Now, there's a few things that I'm doing. I am strategically placing my caffeine throughout the day to use the half-life to my advantage. So drinking a little bit of coffee in the morning, something about 100 milligrams of caffeine, and then having a dose of about 100 to 200 milligrams throughout the day, keeping my total daily intake under 400 milligrams. Now, there's something else to do that if you are a caffeine addict, you should absolutely look into, and that's taking a supplement called agmatine, A-G-M-A-T-I-N-E. This is a supplement that you can take that helps your body to fight off cortisol spikes and adrenal fatigue if you are using a lot of caffeine. It also can help you wind and come off of caffeine a little bit. So if you are trying to reduce your caffeine intake, supplementing with a supplement like agmatine can help you to reduce those negative impacts of adrenal fatigue from caffeine and eventually wean yourself off. Now, there's a lot of different things that I am looking into in terms of optimizing my body, and I'm constantly trying to implement easy strategies, right? Because this isn't about having a supplement stack that's like somebody who is trying to live for forever, right? Like, I can't remember what his name is, but the guy who's trying to live for forever out in the West Coast, who did that huge seminar, and he's taking like 280 supplements a day, and he's doing red light therapy, he sleeps for 10 hours a day, basically doesn't leave his house. I'm not talking about living a life that isn't meaningful and being out and enjoying life, right? I'm not talking about sheltering yourself for the sake of living longer. I'm talking about optimizing your working life and understanding how your body works so that you can take little measures to optimize your performance and constantly be moving. And I'm constantly moving. I'm constantly feeling like I am on a chase and embracing that chase and excited about the next day. And it's very hard for me to burn out. Like, I really don't burn out much. It's usually when I haven't slept multiple days on end, more than 6 hours a night. That's when I really start to feel my body starting to fatigue, and I need a reset day. And I think that's normal for most people. But otherwise, on a day-to-day basis, I'm ready to crush it, man. And I think that speaks to a lot of the things I'm doing in practice on my day-to-day and in my health journey, my fitness journey, trying to chase goals. And I think having a goal-oriented mentality, a results-oriented mentality is how you get there. But there's a lot of levers you can pull along the way. And good thing I have a lot of support in my life that allows me to do that. And a lot of things that I implement on a daily basis that allows me to keep going. Anyway, we are about 2 minutes away from the office. Market opens in about 2 hours. And we're ready to rock, baby. All right, guys, zero warning to the transition because the day got away from me, man. Super busy, a lot of things going on with work, which is great because when business is booming, that is a very good thing. We are just busy all the time, which sometimes gets frustrating because you're trying to make the most of the day and you just get stuck doing a lot of other things because things come up, calls come up that aren't predicted, and you're trying to get people locked down, and you're trying to keep on top of the markets, and there's a lot of things going on throughout the day. So it's fun, it's overwhelming, but when you look back at the end of the day, you're like, wow, I got a lot of shit done. That's why I try to keep a tracker of everything that I'm doing throughout the day so I don't lose sight of how my day is progressing and the things that I actually do accomplish. Because sometimes if you don't, it feels like you got nothing done because everything you planned on doing, only 30% of it got done, but a bunch of other stuff on the peripheral that you didn't expect for the day got done, so you do have to count those as wins. But we're back in Jersey, and we're about to head over to the gym. Oh my God, I'm getting the wind blowing. This is basically my primary commute back to New Jersey. I take the ferry majority of the time, and we're a bit earlier today because we're gonna do a little workout with my friend Justin from Elite Living. Have a nice little workout. So Justin, for context, I'll give you guys right now. I'll just let him explain himself. Everything's good, bro. Just getting after it. Good to see you, dude. Sets of pull-ups. Probably the most annoying and hardest thing I'm going to do the entire workout. If I give one tip today, you smelly mother flowers, please, for the love of God, it smells disgusting in here sometimes. People are nasty. You showered today?
Me?
Yeah, you. No, you. Did you shower today? All right, you need one of these. Well, I gotta look at you while I do this. Huh? Look at your ugly mug right now. Huh? I'll go to failure. Just don't blow a kiss at me while I'm working, all right? Careful. See, I closed my eyes so I didn't have to look at you, because if I did, I would have laughed. All right, pull workout. We're doing pull-ups, we're doing assisted pull-ups. We're doing 3 sets each, between 10 and 20 reps until failure. Then we're gonna do excuse me. We're doing a chest supported row. We're gonna do a T-bar just because I prefer it. It's harder, it's more humbling, can't use as much weight. We get a lot more upper back development. Then we're moving over to shoulders, and then some arms. This is the pull day workout. I think I explained it last time. Did I? All right, you're now getting the second dose. You're welcome. I feel so good. Hey,
yes,
what's up, buddy?
Ready for tomorrow?
Yeah. You're coming tomorrow? Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't tomorrow.
It's okay.
I have to drive down the shore.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to do it next week?
Whenever you can.
All right. Cool.
I'm gonna train either way.
Yeah. Well, matter of fact, you're here already, so we probably should have just done tonight.
Well, I got here a little earlier.
Oh, okay. But you do 3-hour workouts?
Yeah, you know how it is.
Yeah, I know. You've been here since 4.
A little therapy.
Yeah, you know people? Yeah, you're here for something totally beyond the physical. You're here for like spiritual alignment.
Yeah, this is my church.
Exactly, the church. How you feeling good? Yeah?
Feeling good.
Good.
I was ready for tomorrow.
I know, I'm sorry. I got you all teased. You're like, I'm ready to die. Yeah. I got a birthday down there on Saturday, so I was like, okay, I'll go. Yeah, so I'm gonna drive down Friday night. So.
Alright, yeah. Thanks for coming over.
Huh?
I'm free anytime.
Yeah, we gotta get one in.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Good to see you, brother. It's good. The weekend's so good. You know Xander used to work with The Weeknd? Remember Xander from the last video? Mm-hmm. Huh. Talent agency.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been a fun job.
Pretty cool job. I've been doing sets of 15, 20 reps on most things, and I just missed training heavy, so I just went for a heavy set, and I got 11. That's fun. And sometimes we overcomplicate this whole thing, and everybody wants a goddamn tailored routine. It ain't that deep, man. Do what feels good. Everybody shut up. I need music and I need to train. Okay. Hey. Oh. Woo. Oh. Oh. And that's the set. Oh. It's like 3 exercises and it feels like a whole ass workout. Oh. So funny. Because it's like, you find so many correlations with investing and in the gym, right? You're investing in yourself literally every single workout you do. And everybody always says you need to stay in the market, right? So they tell you not to sell at the bottom. And a lot of that is kind of like the concept of leaving the gym for an extended period of time, right? Like falling off and then coming back in, falling off and then coming back in. Now you could bounce back, but you're probably gonna miss a big window of gains that you could have had you just stayed in, right? So there's periods of time at which I'm not pushing like this, like I'm getting ready for a show. And maybe it's more maintenance, maybe it's more staying in the rhythm and the routine, and maybe it's not pushed as hard as possible. As much as I love to say like intensity should always be there, but when life factors, work, family, social, you got a lot of things going on, the gym will take a back seat in terms of intensity and priority, but it should always be a factor, right? Just like investing in your future, investing in the assets that make sense for you to grow, for your wealth, for your long-term future, right? So the gym is very much a good metaphor for how to like invest in your life, invest in your career, invest in yourself. So I always think about that. It's like a lot of people will pull out when it's just time to maybe pull back a little bit. You don't have to get out of the game. Getting out of the game is usually the wrong answer. About staying in it for the long haul and make it sustainable. All right, so guys, one of the benefits of going to Iron Culture, if you guys have ever come to this gym, you know there's like a good vibe in here, right? You know that there's people who like to train. So Justin is one of my good buddies in here. Became buddies a couple of years ago. And the reason why Justin and I get along a lot is because we're hotheads and we speak a lot, and a lot of it usually has curse words, but it also has a lot to do with like temperament and mentality. Like Justin owns a lot of businesses. How many businesses do you own?
I own 2 businesses. I have a small piece of equity in a third, 2 jobs on the side of that, 2 side hustles on the side of that. So, but yeah, actually, I met Zan in the bathroom, in the sauna, if I'm not mistaken.
Don't give all the details.
This guy was talking about stocks with his stock out, and I was like, I like stocks too.
I wasn't soliciting anything, I promise. We became buddies, and like the thing I really resonated with Justin was like, there's a lot going on, and as do I. And I think the reason why I like working with business owners the most and entrepreneurs is because they're like-minded people, right? So like you end up just meeting people. It's almost like if you're from New Jersey, you know this, you will travel to a state across the country and you'll end up meeting a Jersey person.
Every time.
Right?
Every single time.
But like if you meet a business owner, entrepreneur, somebody with that type of mindset, you usually find a way to congregate together, and it's likely because you end up in places like this. But
So it's actually funny inside of this gym, like as you're walking around, you see everyone that looks all beefed up and jacked and their veins are popping out of their shoulders.
Yeah.
And you assume that's all you have going for them. And then you end up running into them into the locker room and it turns out they also are entrepreneurial, have a bunch of businesses, have a lot going on, super busy, running into 1,000 different things outside of the gym that is what's making them successful. And then it turns out that there's whole other dimension to these people that are inside this gym that you never knew about.
Exactly.
And the more that you meet people, the more you network, the amount of business that I've closed inside the sauna is bizarre.
Yeah.
Right? It just turns out that these people that are in here are not just meatheads.
Right. So it's like I always say to anybody who's like looking to like figure out how to network, figure out how to like do business, figure out how to get new jobs, network within the spaces you're most comfortable. And usually people who are hard workers are in the gym, and that usually translates to other parts of life. They're not just meatheads. Like the rest of their life has a lot of meat, and that's because they like it that way. They like having substance. So like, I don't know, one of the things I gravitated towards you for, the reason why like we talk so much is because like you're so on top of like your health and like optimization, and the reason why I ended up with Elite Living. And like you do peptides and like you take care of yourself, obviously, like you have a regimen, right? Like, like how do you keep going? Like that's the question.
I mean, it's just discipline and habitual habits, right? So like every day I wake up and I do the same thing. And you know, a lot of the stuff that we're doing for our health is transferable to business, right? You have this like self-efficacy. The more work that I do, the bigger my arms are gonna get. The more work that I do, the more money I'm gonna stack.
Right.
The more work that I do, whether it's in the gym or inside a business, I know that that work is gonna equal success in the long run. And sometimes, just like in the gym, you could be working every single day and not really see results until 6 months later. You look down and you're like, holy shit, I'm shredded.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with business. I mean, sometimes you're networking, shaking hands, kissing babies, doing everything right, and you're not making money. Then all of a sudden, 6 months down the line, 7 months down the line, boom, you hit yourself $1 million contract.
Something comes
right? And that's just the way that it works, is that, you know, when you're working out, especially from when you're doing it as a kid, you learn very early on that you're going to put in 1% every day, and you're going to end up reaching 100% later.
Yeah,
right?
100%. And the one thing you always say that I love is like, you just want to live every element of your life hard, right? Like
I don't know any other way.
Yeah. Like what's the one thing you say? You have this phrase that like, you're like, I want to go home to my wife hard. Like, God, I want to hear this.
It's
It cracks me up.
I mean, you know what? There's 24 hours. It's a joke. I feel like it's a joke that God put on this planet. Was that there's only 24 hours in the day, which isn't enough time to begin with. And then he says, hey, by the way, you have to sleep for 8 of them. Right? So you have 16 hours to accomplish everything in your day. So you have to do everything fast. You have to work fast, talk fast, think fast, speak fast. Right? You don't have time to wipe your ass in the day, especially if you want to be productive. Right? So if you want to get 50 things done in a day, you have to be regimented. You know, you wake up, you do the same thing every day, and that way you don't have to think. I mean, at this point, I'm talking to ChatGPT every day and asking them to program my workouts because I don't have the time to think about what I'm going to train that day. Right? And it's just about being efficient with your time, being efficient with your workload and your bandwidth. Right? You know how much space you have and how much you can think about. So you have to be fast with your decisions, fast with everything, even fucking sometimes. You know?
But even then, so it's just like taking care of your health and like being mindful and like having the right people and support systems around you, right? It's the only way to be successful is like have the right people around you and be busy, be active, and then like find your alignment, right?
Let me ask you, were you taking TRT before your career or did you start during your career?
I started during my career, and I think a big reason I ended up on TRT was because of the career.
100%.
Because like a lot of what I did, and like I've talked about this story on YouTube a lot, and like big reason why I went on TRT was because I wasn't sleeping. I was getting 4 hours a night, maybe. I was pushing in the gym. I was 6 days a week in the gym. I was getting up at 4 in the morning, training from 5 to 6:30, getting on a bus, going to New York City, working for 12 hours, getting out of work at 8:39, going to a happy hour that I was late to, but I wanted to be there to network. I was pressing everything to the max.
Probably drinking also while you're at these happy
Exactly,
hours.
right? So going home like a little bit, you know, obviously a little bit drunk, waking up the next morning a little hungover, taking as much coffee, pre-workout, whatever I can, going to the gym. And that compounding of stimulants and a compounded lack of sleep, that fatigue will destroy hormones. And that's the biggest problem. And then that's why like I've reversed all of it, and this lifestyle that I've built and like working with the lead and like having the right people. Because you go to endocrinologists and they'll just be like, you're 23. There's no reason to be on TRT.
But you were 23 when
I was 23. But nobody had the context that I went to 4 years of college, played football, drank like a fish on the weekends, barely slept. I was anxious and I wanted to be better, so I'd work out all the time. And all of those things are a cocktail for disaster, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And then you have to find a happy
Stressing your
medium.
adrenals, stressing your pituitary gland.
And an endocrinologist doesn't want to do the deep work, right? They want to help 300-pound people lose weight. They don't want to help a 23-year-old maximize their progress. Or that, for that matter,
they're not looking to optimize you. They're looking to fix you, and if you're not broken, they're not going to fix you.
Exactly. And you know, you have to find the right guidance, and that's the reason why like it's been transformative to find the right people, to work with a lead, to get the right compounds and the right blood work and the right guidance to make sure that like shit's working the right way. I was underdosed on TRT the first time, by the way. Like they let me go on TRT at 100 milligrams a week and told me to pin every 2 weeks.
Yep. Yeah,
That's a really...
it's so common. It's incredible how many people we have that come to us. And
like, how does that make sense?
You're peaking and crashing and peaking and crashing, and again, it's not sustainable.
No, it's not sustainable and it's not healthy, and that's why it's like so few and far between that people have the right guidance.
Yep.
And there's like, you know, a ton of things you can look up online, but it's nothing better than having it catered and custom to like what you're doing.
That's exactly.
You know how it is. You've been doing it for years.
Yeah, I mean, I have a very similar story. You know, I started my first business, Optimal Moving, when I was 25 years old, and just started grinding. I was working 80, 90, 100 hours a week sometimes, also partying my ass off, and it just took a toll on me.
Yeah.
By the time I was 32, I mean, I crashed. I mean, at that given point, like I went through something with a relationship that I had. I also broke my shoulder. I couldn't go to the gym anymore. And also I'm trying to work with all these injuries, and it just didn't feel right. Everyone thought I was depressed. And eventually one of my friends was smart enough to say, hey, maybe we should get some blood work. Something isn't right with you. And sure enough, my testosterone had tanked. I was down under 300 at 32 years old.
Yeah.
And it was right before my busy season. And the doctor said, hey, listen, we can try, you know, a couple of other things, but, you know, it's going to take 3 or 4 months to see if it's going to work, and then we could try TRT. And I was like, listen, I have a whole ass business to run, and I need to start making money now, and I need to be driven, I need to be motivated. I need all those things that I was 2 years ago. I need that now. I took my first pin. 3 weeks later, I was back up, running, crushing things. My cognitive function was incredible. My drive was incredible. My motivation was incredible. And then literally that next year, we had the best year that we've ever had. Right? I mean, we ended up doubling our sales.
Right.
And it was just because that drive was back, that mojo was back.
You created opportunity because you were the best tool at your disposal, and you found a way to sharpen the tool.
That's exactly
Because the tool got dull.
Yep.
And that's the thing that like most people don't realize is that like day after day they're using their tool and it gets dull.
Yes.
And they don't have a way to sharpen it.
Yep. And there are a lot of people that I come across that want those results. They tell me that they're not driven. They don't have the energy that they used to have. They don't have the drive that they used to have. They don't have the motivation. They're having trouble with like, you know, brain fog throughout the day. And then I'll tell them like, hey, listen, those are all symptoms of low testosterone. And they tell me that they want to be all natural. What does all natural mean? It means like, listen, you're 35 years old and you want to function like you did when you're 25 with 35-year-old tools.
Yeah.
Right? You can literally get the juice to make you 25 again and have all those things right now. You're not going to do that naturally.
No.
Sorry, you're just not.
And there's a lot of different alternatives and things that like people can try, and like you obviously have used a lot of peptides to help with injuries and things like that.
I mean, recovery is incredible.
So it's not just like, hey, get on TRT. It's like, hey, figure out a way to like optimize your hormones and get them in the right place
100%.
possible. Because some people feel different at different levels, right?
Yeah.
Look at like an Alex Hormozy who can operate like supposedly at super low testosterone levels. Anomaly, right? In the same way, somebody might have super high testosterone levels, super high estrogen, and have no water retention and feel fine, right? There's a lot of different ways and a lot of different pieces to it, you know?
Sure. I mean, it's not just testosterone, right? Really what it comes down to is energy. So we have like peptides like NAD, for example. Have you tried yours yet?
No, but I'm going to.
It's incredible. Just sustained energy because you're actually feeding your mitochondria to create more ATP, which is more energy, right? It's also good for cognitive function. It's also good for focus. Like there are 1,000 different things. Like you have an issue, there's an answer for it. There's a solution. It's very easy. You know, it's just a matter of like getting the right people who know how to read your body and then treat you for the symptoms that you have and holistically put you back together, you know?
Science. Let's do shoulders.
Let's go. If you're not grunting, you're not working.
Going for 15 to 20.
Got it. Hey.
Good. I was actually having a conversation with a really good friend about that, and he was tight over somebody forgetting his birthday. I was like, bro, if it wasn't in my calendar, I would remember your birthday and I love you. Like, you're like one of my close.
I don't remember my own birthday.
Yeah.
Definitely don't remember my wife's birthday. Like, dude, realistically, like every day is the same. So when every day is the same, it's very hard to keep track of time.
Yeah, that's for sure. But that's why life is so fun, because you're just like not waiting for the next moment.
Yeah, 100%.
You're just like catching the day.
That was deep.
Whatever reps you got in the first set, the next subsequent sets, you have to get that many reps.
Okay.
So if you fail early, which you will,
Stop, pause.
stop, take 10 seconds of breaths, and then go again. It's a myo rep set, so as many breaks as you need to achieve that level. So I got 18 on the first, then I did 15, I got 3. Good, brother, come on. Nice. Nice. Good work, dude. Are you delt dominant? Like you feel everything in your shoulders?
More, yeah, front delt for sure.
Yeah.
Front delt for sure.
Yeah. You can tell you just like your shoulder, you obviously feel every shoulder movement really well.
For the most part, yeah. It's also because, you know, growing up, you start working out because you want to get girls. So how do you get girls? By doing shoulders and chest.
Yeah.
And then after 6 years, like, yo, the rest of my body needs to catch up.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't get that memo.
No.
I was
I mean,
all
that's why you have big legs. You
it was
didn't
all
get the
football.
memo.
It was all football.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like, I didn't give a shit about how I looked. I just cared about being able to move weight and pop out of the hole. So it was like, if you meet me in the A gap, homie, I'm here. But like, other than that, everything else just meh, whatever, you know?
Yeah. You know, when I was in 6th grade, I had this this girl I had a crush on. Was like, you know what I love about you?
What?
You have such nice arms. Meanwhile, I'm a twig. I have absolutely no muscle definition at all.
Yeah.
Ever since then, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, arms.
That's it. Arms, chest, arms, chest, arms, chest. 6 years later, I'm like, what the fuck? What the
Four more.
nap? We're like the fucking Hulk back here. Back is looking so thick.
Really? That's awesome.
Dude.
I like to hear that. I'm still in that phase of prep where you know you're getting better, but you still don't feel like you look good.
Yeah, I mean
You know?
that's just life.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Wait, body dysmorphia? Ah.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird. You have it too? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, dead ass. Sometimes I'll be in my house like, what the fuck is that? And my wife will come over like, bro,
Yeah, smack you. Found the right girl for you, bro.
Yeah.
Knows how to check you when
She
you're
puts
being
me in
stupid.
place. She puts me in my place.
Yeah. Take these down. All here. Good. Good.
Oh,
He's training hard.
bro,
Training hard.
bro.
I like that.
What do you call this? Mile what?
It's a myo rep.
A mile rep?
Yeah. So the concept is to string all the fatigue together as you fatigue, right? So if you to challenge yourself.
Yeah.
It's like setting a bar and then
Mental toughness.
finding a way to get there, you know? But keeping the reps strict and trying to do it within the means of muscular fatigue rather than mechanical fatigue,
Yeah.
you know? Because once you start ripping the weight around, you get traps and shit like that, and if you're trying to isolate, I imagine a lot of lifts end up getting taken over by traps, right?
Yeah. But I mean, it's controlled cheating is really what it is. Even if you're doing 60% with the right muscle,
Yeah.
a 60% that you wouldn't have gotten if you didn't cheat.
Yeah, totally agree. I think that's where science-based lifters get it wrong, where they start getting a little too acute.
Yeah.
It's like, homie, you ain't that big. You don't need to be that accurate. You just need to lift weight
No,
and
you
eat.
have to listen to your body also.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So earlier, I got, 11 reps and the rep range was 12 to 15. But I just want to go heavier, so I put on more weight than I usually do.
Yeah.
So I was feeling it. I was ready to go.
That's it.
Sometimes you just gotta do that.
You got it. I ate the sketchiest. I was doing some reading. It turns out that when you go later, it actually keeps your testosterone levels higher for longer and your growth hormone levels higher for longer. So when you go in the morning, your levels start to increase, right? So if you go in the morning, when you work out, then they also increase, but at the same time they normally do. So at the midday, your levels start to drop, right? And then you work out and you bring them back up. You have sustained test and growth levels.
Probably spikes your energy.
I mean, also the 500 milligrams of caffeine that I take at night also doesn't help me sleep at night.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So one thing I've been doing for caffeine is taking agmatine.
What is it?
Agmatine. It's a supplement that helps you with your adrenals. So basically helps you
Like
detoxify.
cortisol control.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Take a cortisol
You
manager.
start getting
also.
adrenal fatigue from overstimulant. Yep.
And all of a sudden, you're capped out and you gotta do 800 milligrams of caffeine. You wanna taper that down.
I don't have to, I just like to. I like to be high off my
Trust me, I
ass.
love it, bro. I'm the energy drink guy, aren't I? So I'm gonna do as many reps as I can, stop 1 rep of failure, take 10-second break, do again, and then I'm done.
Got it.
Last rep. Try to get these damn arms to grow, man. Shit. Oh, wow. Bicep feels good.
Oh.
Let's try.
Why you say that so damn surprised, bro?
So I'm used to feeling mine, and they were like really just not there.
That's funny. You recovered well.
Oh.
Okay. So arms are growing. So using a frequency approach right now, where all my training includes some type of arm workout. Even one of my leg days has a bicep curl in it. A lot of people using these upper-lower splits that are really popular right now, and that's what a lot of people are soliciting as the best way to grow muscle. I don't necessarily subscribe to the best way. The best way is the way that works for you. Right now, my arms need the most attention. People would tell me to train legs twice a week. That honestly just doesn't make sense for my body type. I am lower body heavy. It doesn't need that much attention, it doesn't need that much frequency. Now, if I was somebody who needed more lower body, I would say, yeah, 3 days a week, you should hit legs. For me, I need to hit legs 1 day a week. I need to hit my arms 3-4 times a week to get them to grow. 1 exercise per workout, not like hammering arms every single day is arm day. That doesn't make sense. But spreading the volume throughout a week, create some frequency. Multiple times we're gonna stimulate the muscle throughout the week. And so far it's working. Can't argue with results, right? All right, guys. Wait, should I do the clap like Johnny?
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's the end of the video. The one thing I really want you to take home from this video is that you can do all the things in your life that you really want to do. I want to lose this piece of gum. I really want to do that. No. What I really want you to take out of this video is you can do all the things that you want to do. You can optimize different levels of your life. You can chase different pursuits. You can have multiple businesses going on at once. You can explore different talents that you have. Overall, I just want you to chase happiness, right? And what makes me happy is having multiple things going on at once, chasing a dream. The dream that I have, the envision of my life is what I want, right? I'm trying to create a life. It's a life of pursuit of happiness. It's not to be cliche, but it's pursuit of achievement, right? And I'm doing that in multiple vehicles. And whatever that vehicle is for you, I just want you to find it, right? That means being open to opportunity, trying to chase those dreams as hard as you can, being a hard worker, and finding ways to optimize, right? Like we told you our stories about how we ended up here. And just overall, really driven people, all in an environment of very driven people, trying to make each other better, trying to find the answers for ourselves, and relying on each other to help each other grow. And I think that's really important, so you find yourself in an environment that stimulates your own growth. So I hope this video was
helpful. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series. Me and Lou are about to start cranking videos out. 13 weeks out. I don't feel like I am looking the part at which I want to, but that means that I'm like chasing the next level, and that's exciting. It means I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied at all with my physique, with my level on anything. I'm trying to chase that next level, and I think that's the beauty of it, is like the journey is what I'm after. I'm after this unachievable thing that gets me to that next level, that makes me happier every time I get there. So I'm feeling good right now. Training's feeling good, life's feeling good, business is good, and life is good. I hope you guys are having fun on YouTube. Hope you guys are enjoying all these videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe. If you're already here, you're at the end, like the video. I mean, shit, I should have said it before, but if you haven't already, like the video. It's a good video. We've been doing it, like we've been doing this consistently week after week. I've been filming YouTube all day long. If I wasn't in the office, I was filming YouTube today. So please, if you guys haven't already, please subscribe, because I love you guys, and the amount of support I've been getting, you guys are literally the most loyal people I got. So I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.